The 1980s were a time of change for the Disney parks. Walt Disney World had received their second park, and their first international park had just opened. They were the undisputed kings of the theme park industry. Sure, other parks might have faster and more thrilling rides, but none could compete with the immersion, the attention to detail, and the appeal to people of all ages. Yes, sir, it seemed like nothing could top it.
Now, the people who have brought you the magic of Hollywood for over 75 years want to bring it to you like no one else can. To take you inside the heart of a working motion picture and television studio to watch real filmmaking in action and share the secrets, the spectacle, the glamour that have made not only great entertainment, but entertainment history. Universal Studios, Florida, premiering in Orlando, spring 1990. It's the greatest Hollywood production ever.
In 1986, MCA and Universal announced the opening of Universal Studios Florida in Orlando, Florida. After previous success in Hollywood, they were looking to expand with a new park. Ideas for this dated back to at least 1982, but after securing a partnership with Steven Spielberg, and after the success of the King Kong addition to the Tram Tour, they were confident to move forward with the Florida project. But this meant Universal was entering Disney's turf, where they had been occupying unchallenged for years. And both companies dealt with the situation with all the grace, tact, and dignity you would expect. It got catty immediately.
First came the Magic Kingdom, then the incredible Epcot Center. Now comes the new Disney MGM Studios theme park. The Disney MGM Studios theme park at Walt Disney World in Florida.
Soon afterwards, Disney announced plans for their own studio theme park.
With blackjack and hookers.
Fun fact, Universal had previously approached Paramount for a possible partnership. At the time, Paramount was headed by Michael Eisner, who, of course, would go on to head the Walt Disney Company. And wouldn't you know it, these plans looked an awful lot like Universal's plans. They even had a tram tour with a big disaster recreation. Probably just a coincidence, though, and I'm not saying that just to avoid getting sued. Please don't do that, Disney. I don't have that much money. Well, Universal wasn't going to take this sitting down. Behind the scenes, they had adjusted their plans to beat Disney at their own game, centering the attractions on immersive experiences connected to popular intellectual properties. But publicly, they wanted everyone to know that they weren't going to shrink off quietly into the night. They were here to stay. And to show that, they had a brilliant idea for a PR campaign. In May of 1987, Universal had made 2 director's chairs for Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. And they wanted to give them to Mickey and Minnie in person, with some of their costume characters. These reportedly included Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, the Phantom of the Opera, Conan the Barbarian, and of course, Woody Woodpecker. Remember all those memes about raiding Area 51 that actually became a real thing? They wanted to do that, but with the Magic Kingdom. If you know anything about Disney, then you know that they don't want anybody but their employees dressed up as their characters. And that goes double for characters that aren't their own. When they caught wind of the little stunt, Disney said that the characters wouldn't be admitted. Universal and MCA didn't care, and a little warning wasn't going to stop them from trying. In an interview with the Orlando Sentinel, MCA spokesperson Charles Munch said the following: "I figure 1 or 2 things can happen. They can let us in, or they can throw us out. We did not make a great deal of effort to tell them about it. I think they will play it up as a friendly visit." His suspicions proved to be correct. As much as they didn't want the characters around, Disney knew them walking around the Magic Kingdom and being forcibly escorted off property wouldn't really be a good look. They didn't want to have to call the riot police a second time. Yeah, that's a real thing that happened at Disneyland. Look it up. So, they met them halfway and played along with their little publicity stunt. They greeted the characters at the Transportation and Ticket Center. That's where the parking lot for the Magic Kingdom is and where you can catch the monorail to the Magic Kingdom or Epcot. They even sent Mickey and Minnie out there as well. They greeted all the characters and had a fun little 10 minutes. Even though they couldn't enter the park, the Universal characters didn't mind. After those 10 minutes were up, everyone was politely shooed and went back to whatever they were doing before. For those of you who want to actually see this, I'm sad to tell you that there aren't very many pictures. A bunch of reporters showed up, but Disney dissuaded them from photography and documenting the event in that way. However, the Orlando Sentinel's photographer, Jody Watson-Tracy, managed to take a couple pictures of Mickey and Woody. One of them ended up on the front page that day. Wonder how Oswald felt about that. This really makes me wish social media existed in 1986, because I would have loved to see more of that day. Apparently Count Drac tried putting the moves on Minnie. If anybody does happen to have more pictures of this day, please send them my way. I'm sure we'd all love to see them. But in the end, the day was successful. Universal and MCA got more people aware of their park, and Disney got some good PR points being a good sport about the situation. In the Orlando Sentinel article, both of their PR people said that it was a good day, and they predicted that both parks would be hugely successful. I think that's about right. Regardless of which one you prefer, both Universal and Disney have entertained guests of all ages with classic attractions and ever-evolving experiences. And I hope they'll continue to do so for years to come. And that concludes the video. I know this is a little shorter than my usual stuff, but it's a little bite-sized piece of Disney history that I found interesting, and I hope you found it interesting too. If you have any thoughts about this, or know about any other pieces of weird Disney history that you want to see me cover, let me know down in the comments below. But that's all the time I've got for today. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.